embajador de Malasia en Argentina. Embajador, queríamos preguntarle cuál es el balance sobre las relaciones bilaterales del 2019 acá.
First of all, I think I'd like to express my thanks and gratitude to Mr. Rogelio, to Ms. Laura, and I think it's not too late for me to wish you Happy New Year 2020. I'm very grateful for your time to come today and have this interview. I think, as you know, I've been here nearly 3 years. I came here March of 2017, and now we are in 2020. And by March of this year, next month, I will have completed 3 years. Being the ambassador here, I think Malaysia and Argentina, we have very good relations. This year we will celebrate our 53 years of relations. But I must say this, although our relations are very warm and cordial, but it was stagnant. Things was not really moving as what we expected. But last year, I believe everybody will agree with me on this. Very first time, relation rejuvenated. We had a very good high-level visit between two countries. As you know, in May of last year, your former Vice President, Gabriel Maketi, went to Malaysia. It was a visit after 22 years, because the last high-level visit was by President Carlos Menem in 1997. So after 22 years, we have a Vice President of Argentina. That was really great. Then in March of last year, we had our foreign minister who came here for BAPA conference, and also for the very first time we had a bilateral meeting with the then foreign minister Fauri. We had a very good meeting with Argentina, and in May also we had our Minister of International Trade who came here and had meeting with your Minister of Production, and also met your business people from the chamber, from the Mercosur ASEAN Chamber of Commerce. So for me, last year was very good in rejuvenating our bilateral relations, and I think now we are doing very well. And I think on my own, my capacity as the ambassador, last year also was for me a very good achievement. I personally went to NUCAN. As you know, Petronas have a very big joint venture with YPF. Our investment is now nearing up to $2.5 billion US. And I think I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to go to ground zero. I went to La Almadraga Chica, which is where we have our own shell oil, where we produce shell oil, our own rig there. And it was a very good experience for me to be there. And I had the opportunity to meet the governor, Omar Guterres. And also I met the Minister of Investment. I also met with the Minister of Production of NUCAN. And we have discussed many issues of mutual interest. For instance, we talk about how to increase tourism between Malaysia and Argentina, and also at NUCAN, which is a very important, I will say, province. As you know, there is shell oil, so presence of international people there, people from Chevron, from a few others, big company of oil production who are there. And we talk about even to have a joint ventures in building a hotel or hospitalities, and also helping NUCAN in other areas, housing and so on. So I think now we are trying to review the discussion that took place between me and the governor. And also last year I visited Carlos Cáceres, another important province in Buenos Aires, where we talk about joint venture between Malaysia and Carlos Cáceres. I went with the ASEAN committee in Buenos Aires with the other 4 ASEAN ambassadors. So I think it is also, we are trying to see what we can do between ASEAN and also Argentina, but in this case, Carlos Caceres.
En cuanto al balance comercial, ¿qué nos puede comentar, embajador?
Yeah, thank you for asking me that very important question. I think, as I've been telling to everybody, that in any relation between two countries, trade and investment is the most important relation. And I think Argentina is a trading country, we also a trading country. So as of last year, I think besides we have done a lot of effort, a lot of cooperation. I believe a lot of people came here, a lot of business people from Argentina went to Malaysia. But the overall global economy was not really good. There was recession and so on. So I can say that last year, if personally, from what I see from the figures, the trade relation was not really good. It was a very big drop in terms of both country total trade figures. As you know, before in 2018, both country trade relation was at 1.4 billion US dollars. But last year, from the figure that we got today, for just from January to October of 2019, it was only 1 billion. So it was a big drop. From the preliminary figures we have, it was nearly 48% decrease from what happened in 2018. So for me, this is something that a big challenge for Malaysia and also for Argentina. Well, if you say a big drop in terms of the total trade, that also shows that Malaysia have export lesser. So in 2018, our export to Argentina was nearly 140 million US dollars. So last year we only achieved 100 million. So again, a big drop in Malaysia export. In terms of Argentina export to Malaysia, in 2018, it was nearly 1.2 billion US dollars. So last year, for me, it was not too bad for Argentina because you still arrived near to 1 billion. It was 900 million US dollars. So I think Argentina is still doing good, better than Malaysia. Well, learning from this, I know that we cannot really avoid this because in Argentina also, dollar become expensive. It's very hard for Argentina to sell because you sell in peso, so the exchange rate, dollar peso rate become very bad last year, and it was also recession. It was also a global turmoil, and also the China-US trade war, which also sometime at some stage it is benefiting the country, but at some stage he brought some kind of I will say a drop in our trade and so on. I think in terms of the trade commodities, it's very important that I must share with all of you. Malaysia buys very big in terms of residues of soya bean. Okay, it is for the animal. And also we buy a very big amount of corn, the bean, the corn seed, we call it. So it is at nearly 45% of our total trade. So last year, I think despite the economic downturn, Malaysia still buy these two important commodities from Argentina. But you know very well, we were rather surprised out of sudden there was increased export tax. The government imposed export tax. And now also we heard there is some proposal that government of Argentina will impose import tax. Even for Argentina who are selling, they will find it very difficult because there is import tax and also export tax in terms of Malaysians buying. So I think this is some of the probably obstacles which will affect the trade relation between two countries, between Malaysia and Argentina. And for Argentina, I'm very happy and glad that Argentina is the bigger buyer in terms of our E&E, electrical product, yeah, where you buy a lot of our semiconductors. And I think I've been telling this many times that I'm very proud that if you were to open a notebook, the semiconductors, the chips are from Malaysia. So we are a very big seller in this. And also last year, Argentina have also again buy our rubber. Yeah, we sell big amount of rubber to Argentina. We also sell palm oil, and also the other product that we sell here. So, but what I think personally, I think Argentina should also look at Malaysia in terms of our expertise in producing the parts for vehicle. Because 2 or 3 years before this, Argentina was buying big number of spare parts, car parts, especially we call it van and lorry parts from Malaysia. But for the past 3 years, it drops. I think probably Argentina can revisit this, and I always said that Malaysia produce quality product and at a very reasonable price. So with these uncertainties which is going around, I believe that both sides, Malaysia and Argentina, can sit down and think that how we can benefit from each other. And this is a win-win situation. We are not looking into how much Malaysia bring back or how much Argentina bring. But end of the day, it's a cooperation. It is a cooperation between two countries which understand each other and are always there to be friends during good and bad time. Since we are talking about trade, I think I am very happy to announce. As you know, for many years, since 2015, Argentina was trying to sell beef to Malaysia. Because before 2015, Malaysia was buying beef from Argentina. But in 2015, Malaysia regulatory bodies, JAKIM, came with some new condition. And there was some problem for Argentina to comply with the condition. But I'm very happy after I've been here for 3 years with joint effort between Malaysia and Argentina, we managed to overcome this obstacle. And as of 6 January of this year, Malaysia government have approved or allow 4 companies from Argentina to be involved in this beef industry. One particular company from Argentina was given the approval to sell frozen beef from Argentina to Malaysia, and 3 other companies were given approval to sell protein, animal protein, butter, cheese, and also dairy product. So I'm very happy that this thing happened in this year, and I can share with all of you that probably by next month, Argentina will be officially selling beef to Malaysia. So this is something will change our relations, because Malaysia buys big amount of beef, because Malaysia can only produce 30%. So 70% of our bovine needs, beef in particular, red meat, we buy from other countries. At present we are buying from Australia and New Zealand, but now Argentina can be an alternative. So I'm very happy about this. Malaysia is a premium buyer. We buy high standard beef. So I think Argentina can take advantage from this. But at the same time, I think should not be one way. It's not only Argentina selling beef to Malaysia. What I think that Malaysians, businessmen should come here and do a joint venture. We should joint venture with some companies, some slaughterhouse which produce carne, beef in Argentina, and we must have a JV, and we can mutually benefit. And secondly, what we think in Malaysia, we need to have more, we call it boutique, carne boutique. where they sell high premium carne. So we are looking into how we can mutually benefit from here. So we also invite Argentinian businessmen who think that they want to have joint venture with Malaysia. They can go to Malaysia and open these shops where you can sell this good quality meat at a very high price. And as I said, there is demand in Malaysia. So I think the embassy, personally myself and my officers, we are looking into this. We are trying to see how we can create this interest between Malaysia and Argentina businessmen, and we can fully benefit.
Este año es un año muy importante para el turismo, para Malasia. ¿Qué nos puede comentar acerca de esto?
Thank you again for a very good question. Yeah, this year is Visit Malaysia 2020, and I think we have planned this Visit Malaysia 2020 for the past 5 years, and I think we have started it very big. And for government of Malaysia, this year our target is to bring 30 million tourists, and which will bring an income of 25 billion US dollars. Last year we managed to bring up to 27 million tourists, where we managed to bring an income of 21 billion. So this year from 27 we want to go 30 million, and income received from 21 billion we want to go to 25 billion. And I think we have done a very good program where we have done many collaborations with the airlines, with the hotel. We have created many packages, and as you know, Malaysia truly Asia. If you want to enjoy good beaches, pristine beach, you want to enjoy the islands, you want to enjoy kind of a family vacation, Malaysia is the place. Well, as I said, now is February. We are actually receiving a big number of tourists, and just to share with you, last year even from Singapore, which is our neighbor, we got nearly 10 million tourists from Singapore. And another big country, which is Indonesia, 3 million Indonesian came, 1 million Thailand came. I'm not talking about Japan and all that, but from China also it's a big number, But you see, Singapore, you must understand, I say 10 million because they are return tourists. They come and go, so the figures is big. But China is also a very big market for Malaysia, and last year, although we only have 2 million, this year the target was 4 million. But I think I must be very frank with all of you. I know now we started with this issue of coronavirus, 2019 CNOV, and I think Malaysian government is doing everything they could to contain this virus. And I think the government is doing very well, although there were already some restriction for the Chinese tourists to come to Malaysia and so on. But I think end of the day, the government of Malaysia have in place very good way to control the disease, at the same time allow tourists to come to Malaysia, not only from China, from any part of the world. So things are going very well. I think I want to take this opportunity also to invite my fellow friends from Argentina, because last year again our figure was, I will not say very encouraging, still around 13 to 14,000 Argentinians went to Malaysia. So I think we can increase this figure. At the same time, we're also looking into having more Malaysians to come here. But since this is a very special Visit Malaysia year 2020, we expect that people from around the world can come to Malaysia and enjoy the courtesy, the hospitality of Malaysia. And just to share with you, this year the Malaysian Embassy will be doing some promotional program for Visit Malaysia. To start with, this is the logo of our Visit Malaysia 2020, and you can see, if you want to have further information, please log in to this website there, VN 2020, malaysia.travel. Yeah, so if you go into this website, you can have all the information about what is Visit Malaysia 2020, from the special deal, special package, and also some tourist destination and the whole year program that we are doing. Yeah. While I'm talking to you, I think just last Saturday we had a very big important celebration for the Hindus. We call Thai Pusam. Yeah, it's a very unique celebration only in Malaysia, and you'll be surprised. We had people as far as from probably Australia, New Zealand, from Belgium, from Canada who came and to just watch and see this celebration. And it was reported that nearly, if I'm right, nearly 1 million people came, to see this celebration. It's a very special celebration. And further information you can get from here. But what I just want to share with you, Malaysia Embassy will be doing a lot of promotional program on Visit Malaysia. We plan to visit the universities. We plan to have some talks on tourism. And also we will be, as you know, for ASEAN, we will have our ASEAN Bazaar, which now will be on 15th of March this year in the same place last year, Plaza República de Peru in Buenos Aires. Yeah. And during this ASEAN Bazaar, Malaysia will have a special promotional stall on tourism. We will promote Visit Malaysia 2020. We will have information booth. You can see some probably video on Malaysia and so on. So we will do that. At the same time, also Malaysian Embassy this year also we will do some promotion, as I said, with the university. We'll do a cooking demonstration, probably a demonstration on batik, to draw the batik. Batik is a very famous, I would say, wear for Malaysia, So we will do this kind of promotion and will inform the media, people like you, and also all our stakeholders. So we'll keep you informed, and you will be getting this information from time to time. So as I said, this year we have a lot of programs that we want to share with our people, with our friends from Argentina. So I think we have planned this. And also in Malaysia, as I said, we have this Visit Malaysia 2020, and I think I started just now to tell you that in November will be APEC. APEC is a very important meeting. 21 head of states, 21 countries are involved in APEC. That will be in November. So APEC will be the closure in terms of our Visit Malaysia here. So from now until December, there will be a lot of programs, tourism program, cultural program, and also we have some other related religious festival, as you know. So it is a good time for people to visit Malaysia and also to learn and understand Malaysia. So from the part of the embassy, we will be doing all this promotional program, as I tell you, and we will do it in a big scale since this year is Visit Malaysia here. And I think, as I said just now, we'll keep you informed. But I mean, just as my probably concluding remark, I think after being here 3 years, nearly 3 years this year, I'm very happy to be in Argentina. I think as the 9th ambassador, there were already 8 ambassadors. I'm the 9th ambassador in Argentina. I think I have done my job. I'm very happy with the cooperation, with the friendship, especially people like you from the media, from Ambito, International Com. I think you've been very, I would say, best of friends of the embassy. You have supported the embassy in our media promotion, and also the other friends of Argentina. And I see things are moving to the right direction. As I told you, that our relations are very warm and close, but was not really moving to the momentum that we wanted. But last year started very well. Vice President went there, Minister comes came here. And this year we hope that we will have at least President Alberto going to Malaysia, if not for my Prime Minister to come here. And we are also looking into to have the visit of the other trade delegations from Malaysia, and we also encourage the trade delegation from Argentina to go Malaysia. So it's a very busy year, and I'm very happy with all the cooperation, with the help, the assistance that the embassy is getting here, and I think we will continue this. And last but not least, thank you very much for your time, for coming here to the embassy, and I think we will keep a very good, I would say, cooperation and working with Ambeto, and I think both of the embassy and also Ambeto, we can promote our countries. So thank you very much and have a nice day. Terima kasih.